Welcome to RelaxedParc, and in today's video, we are going to go through the crawl. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos. Hope you enjoy the video. When a hurricane hits her hometown of Florida, young Haley doesn't take notice of orders to move to find her missing father, Dave. After finding him critically injured in their family home, two of them were trapped due to flash floods. With the intensity of the storm, Haley and Dave received a much bigger threat than rising water levels, a relentless onslaught from the pocket of large alligators. The competitive swimmer, Haley, drives into the mouth of a fierce, harmful Class 5 cyclone on a collision course along with her town of FL to envision in on her alienated father, Dave. Haley and her father Dave realize themselves unsafe within the labyrinthine mess of their flooded crawl house, wherever an implacable tribe of 6-meter predators is wordlessly stalking them. Now, as Haley and Dave are Percy air within the claustrophobic basement, only there can to survival facilitate them stand an opportunity against the scaly adversary's powerful jaws. Will they escape while not obtaining consumed alive? The movie begins at a swim relay at the University of Florida. Haley Keller, Escolario, competes, but Haley just loses the best time. It revives back a memory of her missing a relay as a child and feeling bad, but her father Dave, Barry Pepper, would continue to encourage her to keep up her hard work. After the relay, she receives a video phone call from her sister Beth, Morfit Clark. She tells Haley about the impending Category 5 Hurricane Wendy that is going to strike Florida. Beth expresses concern since she hasn't heard from their father, and she knows he is still around the area. They have arguments since it reveals that Haley took Dave's side in her parents' divorce, while Beth took their mother's side. Beth just inquires that Haley gets in touch with Dave. Haley begins to drive out of town as per eviction notices, trying and failing to communicate with Dave. She runs into an old friend or ex-boyfriend of Beth's called Wayne Ross Anderson, who is attempting to direct traffic as the storm starts to hit. He tells her where to go, but out of concern for her father Dave, Haley moves around and walks down a path to get back to find his father Dave. Haley goes to Dave's condo to only search for her dog Sugar there. The rest of the place is empty. Haley calls Beth to inform her, and Haley advises that Dave is at their old family home. Haley heads there with Sugar against Beth's desires, especially as the roads have started to fill up with water. When they get to the house, Haley doesn't see anyone upstairs. She calls his mobile phone and discovers it in the kitchen. His car is still in the garage. Alerted by Sugar's barking, Haley enters into the basement where she sees Dave unconscious and with a critically broken leg. She brings Dave upstairs, but they are assaulted by an alligator that has made its way down there. Haley tugs herself and Dave to safety before barricading themselves behind pipes. Haley tries to heal Dave's wounds but fails, but he tells her she should get out of here on her own. She declines to leave without him. Dave clarifies that his leg got smashed after escaping the alligator. Haley needs to retrieve her phone that she lost in the struggle, so she tries to get through by staying hidden. She reaches it, but a second alligator appears behind her. While attempting to escape both alligators, one of them crushes the mobile phone. Haley's leg gets bitten, but she covers to blind one of the alligators in one eye, while Dave beats the other gator's head in. She gets away from both the alligators and stays in a corner to heal her wound. With the water levels within the basement chop rising, Haley tries to hunt the simplest way to receive facilitate. She flashes a lightweight to two individuals, Stan, Ansem Boom, and Lee, Ami Metcalf, who are square measure across the road at the filling station attempting to loot it with their friend Marv, George Somner. Stan starts walking over, however, the alligators get Lee within the boat before reaching Stan. He tries to yell intent at Marv to warn him, however, Marv watches as Stan is untidily torn up outside the shop. Marv sees too late within the mirror that an alligator has returned for him, and it right away makes a meal out of him. Dave suggests that the sole different resolution is through a passage leading up back to the front room, as taking the steps can cause the alligators. Haley tries to push the hatch open, however, it's blocked by drawer advisement it down. Haley goes for Wayne's gun, however, an alligator bites into her arm. She shoots repeatedly till it's finally dead, and therefore the bullets have run out. Haley then figures the sole different resolution is through the storm drain, that is wherever the alligators came in from. She swims through it and avoids being noticed by the alligators. However, she will see that they need already arranged eggs, and a few of them square measure hatching. She gets out safely and runs into the house to pry the hatch door open with a lever, even as the basement has full of water. Haley pulls Dave out, however, he's unconscious. She manages to revive him, and that they build their manor outside. Haley and Dave grab sugar and plan to build their thanks to the looters boat across the road. However, they're required to try and do therefore while not creating splashes so the alligators will not hear them. They're self-made in obtaining the boat. However, the floodwaters become an excessive amount of, and it pushes the boat into the house. Haley finds a radio and tries to demand to facilitate. Dave tries to guard Sugar against an alligator, and he gets his arm bitten off. Haley is at bay within the upstairs restroom with an alligator because the water level rises in there. However, she manages to lure it within the shower before obtaining back to Dave. They take Sugar outside as they head to higher ground. Another alligator attempts to attack Haley, however, it gets hyped up by the present. She and Dave lay on the roof as a whirlybird comes close to employing a road flare she found. Haley uses it to signal it toward them. It works, and therefore the individuals within the whirlybird lower one thing to tug them up to safety. Thanks for watching this video until the end. Use the comment section to tell us what you think of this movie. This was RelaxedParc, and remember, subscribe.